The Ministry of National Security is pursuing several strategies to combat crime, strengthen the capacity of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and ensure peace and safety for all. Over $5 billion is being spent on key areas in the 2019-2020 financial year.
$60 is earmarked for significant repair this year, and there will be several rebuilding.
The ministry is partnering with two key agencies to carry out this mission. The National Housing Trust is contributing $2 billion towards the construction of 10 police stations. The Jamaica Social Investment Fund is giving another $1 billion for the rebuilding and renovation of 7 police stations.
All stations will be redesigned to look like modern office spaces. Police stations will be equipped with appropriate reception areas.
The government is also building a new multifaceted police headquarters in West Kingston downtown. It will be constructed on a 40-acre property known as No Man's Land.
Design work has started. We have had our architect in place and the contract signed for design and development, which we are going through now. Working ground will take some time. I don't expect we'll have a groundbreaking until the end of the financial year or early in the next financial year.
The facility will accommodate over 2,500 police officers and house all non-geographic formations of specialized units such as narcotics, National Intelligence Bureau, and CTOC, among others.
This will represent the transformative approach this government is taking to building the new Jamaica. Mr. Speaker, No Man's Land, it is sometimes called, will be a beacon of hope in our city and will elevate the space to represent hope, peace, and prosperity.
Meanwhile, a mobile West Patrol post is to be constructed in Montego Bay to accommodate 400 officers.
This government therefore undertakes significant projects as an investment to secure the peace and safety of our future generations.
The Ministry of National Security is strengthening its technology-based governance structure with the implementation of advanced systems. On the agenda is the retooling of the telecommunications system of the entire JCF. Over $600 million will be spent this financial year.
We'll cover the island and we will ensure that the police officers have quality communication, both mobile and fixed.
In addition to that, the force will receive $530 million of advanced technology equipment, a significant upgrade to its enterprise resource management system to improve the management of records, vehicles, facilities, and cases, and the Big Book or Station Diary replaced with an electronic station records management system. The Jamaica Eye program will become fully active in September, with approximately 1,000 camera feeds being monitored.
It will have the requisite monitoring system to collect and store high-quality footage that can be used as evidence in our courts. This investment in Jamaica will give the police the appropriate counter strategy to intercept, curtail the movements of criminal gang members, the dons and their facilitators across Jamaica.
Still on technology, the turnaround time for pathology tests in criminal cases will become shorter. Construction of a new state-run autopsy suite is expected to begin in June. This will enable quick closure of investigations and bring criminals to justice in less time. The National Security Ministry will also be expanding the Institute of Forensic Science and Legal Medicine.
With the investment of some $200 million into this agency, we will see an increased use of DNA, biological evidence, ballistics, and a full suite of scientific protocols in our fight against crime.
Being able to respond to the call of duty is critical to the efficient functioning of the JCF. As such, the government will be spending $1 billion to add more vehicles to the fleet this year. These include 400 motor vehicles and 60 bikes.
This will ensure that the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement branch will have satisfactory mobility and the entire force will have adequate mobile capacity to, among other things, challenge the criminal gangs and dons anywhere, anytime. The mobile reserve will be restructured and placed in a position to be more effective and to respond to the many hotspots across the island more effectively.
And that's not all. Major General Anthony Anderson and his team will reorganize and remission the Inspectorate of Constabulary to rebrand it as the Professional Standard Branch of the Police Force. Meanwhile, the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, CTOC, will have a special subgroup to deal with anti-gang interventions, among other things. On the matter of beefing up manpower, 1,000 new policemen and women are to be trained this year. Officers, especially those operating in crowded public spaces, will be outfitted with less lethal tools. Body cameras will be used to monitor police activities, as well as provide support and insight concerning police behavior in high-pressure situations.
Funds are being made available to ensure too that police have requisite equipment to meet the demands of their task. Proper helmets for those who require them. Yes. Up-to-date ballistic vests, yes. Mr. Speaker, for all police.
The strengthening of laws takes high priority for the Ministry of National Security to optimize the operation of the JCF. Among the bills on the docket this legislative year are the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency MOCA Act, Proceeds of Crime Act, Firearms Act, Immigration Restriction Commonwealth Citizens Act, and the Aliens Act.
The review of the Criminal Justice Suppression of Criminal Organized Act, more popularly referred to as the anti-gang legislation, is underway and will continue with urgency.
The ministry is also serious about securing our borders from illegal transnational activities. Funds have been set aside for an additional surveillance aircraft, as well as to purchase advanced technology equipment.
The Maritime, Air and Cyber Command will continue to receive support to build out its operational capabilities, as they play a critical role in combating the gangs, the transnational criminal activity, and emerging criminal threats, and protect our blue economy as a small island states.
And to wrap up the strategic priorities, the National Security Ministry will continue to implement measures under its Crime Reduction through Social Intervention program, targeting youth and volatile communities.
Securing our peace and safety is the objective of the Ministry of National Security. We will secure and defend the peace of our people and play our part in creating the foundation for sustainable development for the new Jamaica.